Hello everyone, welcome back to Craftsbury Avenue. You have been busy this week. I loved receiving your brilliant pictures of your 3D elf portraits. Shall we take a look? Do you have a Christmas tree up yet? Well, not to worry, because this week we're going to be making our very own Christmas trees. For this week's craft, we are going to be cutting lollipop sticks. So grown-ups, if you can hear me, please lend a helping hand. Have fun, everyone!
To make your Christmas tree, you will need your jumbo lolly sticks, a pair of scissors, the multicoloured gems, a sharp pencil, the red corrugated card, a paintbrush and water, the rest of your green powder paint and half of your brown powder paint, a styrofoam star, sticky foam tabs and some PVA glue.
Okay everyone, this week we're going to get started by mixing our brown paint. So for this you're going to need your water, your paintbrush and about half of your brown powder paint in a little cup here. As always, we're going to begin with dipping our paintbrush in the water and then dipping it and mixing with our brown powder paint. And you should have something that looks like this. We're going to paint one of our lollipop sticks with the brown paint on both sides. And now I'm just going to leave that to dry and give my paintbrush a little clean. So whilst we're waiting for our brown lollipop stick to dry, we are going to trim the rest of our lollipop sticks. So we're going to start with our first one and we're going to chop roughly about a centimetre or a centimetre and a half off the end like this. And I'm going to do the same the other side. It's much easier if you do it nice and quick, like so. You're then going to do the same thing to your next lollipop stick. So we want to make sure that we cut around about the same amount off each side. Like so. So then I've got my bottom lollipop sticks here. Next we're going to take our third lollipop stick and we're going to cut off about 2 centimetres off each side. And again. There you go. And finally, we're going to take our last lollipop stick. Now, instead of trimming either side, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut this one in half. And then I'm going to just trim each side, again, around about 2 centimetres. Like this. And you can save this lollipop stick just in case any of your others snap. So you should have 6 lollipop pieces in front of you, and we are going to paint those on one side using our green paint. So just like before, we're going to pinch the rest of our green paint into a pot, take our paintbrush and wet it. Then we're going to pop the wet paintbrush into the green paint and give it a jolly good mix. So we have something that looks like this. Carefully taking each piece, we're going to paint every stick on one side with the green paint. And now we're just going to wait a few minutes for those to dry. So whilst we wait for all of our lollipop sticks to dry, we're now going to create a little plant pot using our corrugated card here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to fold our corrugated card in half so that we've got the red bumpy side showing either side. Then we're going to take our scissors very carefully and we're going to gently cut each side at a slight angle. One, and the same the other side. Two, and there we should have two equal plant pots. I want you to turn over your plant pots and grab a sticky foam tab and place it at the top like this. Hopefully by now your brown lollipop stick should be dry, so it's time to start assembling our tree. Taking your first plant pot, we're going to peel off that sticky back and then stick it to the bottom of your lollipop stick, like so. The next thing we're going to do is quite tricky, and I really recommend that you have a grown-up nearby or a grown-up to help you with this. So the first thing I want you to do is to pick up your lollipop stick and make sure the rounded end is facing away from you like this. We're going to cut the end of our lollipop stick into a sharp point, and the reason for that is for us to be able to stick our star on top later on. Now I'm going to very carefully snip one side like this and then snip the other side into a sharp point. Now because our lollipop stick has a sharp pointy end, we're going to leave it on the desk as much as possible and not lift it, especially nowhere near our faces. Now it's time to pop our green lollipop sticks onto our brown lollipop stick, and for that today I'm going to show you how we do this using some double-sided sticky tabs. You can use your PVA glue, but you will need to be very patient and wait for the glue to dry before we flip it over and do the other side. So first I want you to take your scissors once again and I want you to cut your 3 sticky tabs in half so that now you've got 6 square sticky tabs. We're going to use 3 to begin with, and I'm going to take each one and just place them along my brown lollipop stick, which will be the branch of our tree. And I'm not going to go too high. I'm certainly not going to go past the point up here. Once we've spaced them out, you're going to peel each one so that they're sticky. And then we can place our green lollipop sticks on top. We're going to start with the longest one at the bottom to create that lovely triangle tree shape. and that's going to go in the middle. Press it down. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. So again, starting with your plant pot, we're going to peel off the back of that sticky tab, and then you're going to lay it so it matches the pot underneath, like so. Bring back your other 3 square sticky tabs and place them along your tree as you did before. Now it's time for us to decorate our tree. Using our wonderful multicoloured sticky gems, we're going to stick them onto the tree one by one, any way you like. Now don't forget the other side. Finally, we're going to stick our star atop the tree. Now for this, you're going to need one of your styrofoam glittery stars. You should have gold and silver, so it's up to you which one you want to choose. We're also going to need a pencil, the sharper the better. Now what we want to do with this is gently poke and twist a little hole into one of the creases of the star. And that's going to help us stick that star on top of the tree. The next thing we're going to do is add a little bit of our PVA glue to the point of our star. So we're going to do this very, very carefully. Just gently dab a little bit of glue either side of our point. And then we're going to gently push the star on top of the point and give it a little wiggle. Very gently. And when you are done, you will have something that looks like this. Well done everyone! I'm sure they all look fantastic. As always, you can send me photos of your awesome work and I'll feature them in next week's video. Thank you so much for joining me and I hope to see you again very soon. Take care everyone, bye!